Welcome to episode number 2 of the Jeff Couret podcast. Today we're talking about the possible U.S. TikTok ban, my thoughts on it, what I think is going to happen. I tried to record this on my live on TikTok, and I got a really good turnout. Everything was going well. I went to go look at the video, and unfortunately, I forgot to turn my mic on, so what a waste. So I got to re-record this, but it's okay. I'll do a shorter, more YouTube-friendly version right here and right now. All right, so we'll start with what I actually think will happen, and what I think will actually happen is I think that the U.S. will pull out of China, and I think that that will solve a lot of this, and you'll see why here in a second. So, right now there's this company called Douyin. I'm sorry, well, there's ByteDance. It's the umbrella company over TikTok and Douyin. So Douyin is the Chinese-speaking, the Chinese language version of TikTok. It preceded TikTok, from what I understand. And then TikTok is the English-speaking version. Now, I think if what I think will actually happen, I think that TikTok will just completely pull out of China, although ByteDance is Chinese-owned. We have Kevin Mayer. He is the U.S.-based CEO of TikTok. And I think that, I think that the U.S. will just kind of become the headquarters of TikTok, if it's not already. I think the argument could be made that it already is. And we'll hop into that here in a minute. But if TikTok pulls out of China, that would definitely suck for English-speaking people in China, because obviously they can't, they can't access TikTok, and if they're English-speaking, that sucks for them. All right, so I said in my video from last week where India banned TikTok, maybe over the same concerns, totally possible. But India and China had like a small little battle, like a little conflict or some sort of war. So that's a little different, and it's probably not the same thing as this. But I said in my video last week on that subject that this could totally happen in the U.S. and it certainly could. Do I think it will? No, but it certainly could. And so for that reason, everybody here who's watching, who is a TikTok creator, you need to be thinking about how you can connect with your audience in case something does happen. Discord, Facebook group, Slack channel, invite them to follow you on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. If you have a public Facebook page, whatever. You need to be thinking about ways you can connect with your audience in case something does happen. So start thinking about that now. Don't wait. You never know what's going to happen. Just because I don't think it's going to happen doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to happen. I could totally be wrong. So, all right. So internet's censorship in the United States is the suppression of information published or viewed on the internet in the United States. And we have this thing in the U.S. called the First Amendment. For everyone watching this from another country, we have the First Amendment, which prevents suppression of information by the government. And it protects freedom of speech and expression against federal, state, and local government censorship. So we have that, and it's a good thing. However, maybe the fact that TikTok is based in China, was started in China, the CEO of ByteDance is China, so maybe that affects things in some way or another. I don't really know. Maybe that complicates things, but we do have that First Amendment, which is nice. And again, the CEO of TikTok, as of like a couple months ago, is American. This is Kevin Mayer, coming over to TikTok from Disney+. The founder, CEO of ByteDance used to be the CEO. Well, now it's an American because, because TikTok couldn't defend themselves in a court of law because, TikTok was banned from U.S. military devices, and TikTok couldn't defend themselves in a court. So they hired an American CEO, and there's also hundreds, what you might not know, hundreds of employees and key leaders across safety, security, product, and public policy here in the U.S. are based in the U.S. On top of that, and that's a good thing for TikTok, right? Like they have a big presence in America, in the U.S. Data is being stored in the U.S. The backups are in Singapore, so U.S. and Singapore. So we're not, according to TikTok, with their public statements that they made today or yesterday, they don't store data in China. Okay, so just know that. So TikTok is claiming that they're stopping operations in Hong Kong, but they declined to comment further. So Hong Kong is a city in China. Does that mean they're pulling all the way out of China? I don't know. I don't know what pulling out of Hong Kong really means. Maybe they have a a headquarters or a like a building there with full of employees. I don't really know. They're declining to comment further. We can speculate what that means. I don't really know. But what I do know is if, in my opinion, if TikTok is banned, it would be a major blow to the U.S. I mean, this is such a nice opportunity for people to get their content found, for people to just kind of get discovered online. We haven't really seen anything quite like this in a very long time, if ever. In my personal opinion, this is the best opportunity in like 20 years in digital marketing. So I think that, yeah, it would be a major blow if we lost TikTok. And you know, I know there's a lot of companies who might try to come in and fill in the gap, but can they do it quite as good as TikTok? That remains to be seen. All right, so this guy Pompeo, he's like a Republican Secretary of State. He says that TikTok could be used as a propaganda machine. Okay, maybe. But I think some of the comments he make could be looked at as propaganda as well, because he's saying things like if people ask him, would you suggest U.S. citizens use TikTok? Pompeo told Fox News, only if you want your private information in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. To me, that kind of sounds like propaganda. We don't know that for sure. I don't know. But what really is triggering all this, there's this new Beijing imposed national security law that just popped up in the last week or so that says that China can just reach out and ask for data, and you're supposed to give it to them if you are a company doing any sort of business in China. It used to be that they had to get some kind of court order and get it approved, whatever, voted on, and then get it, but now they can just reach out at any time and you have to give it to them. Another problem with this, on top of like just that, they don't have to get a court order, they can just do it, is the fact that it's very vague. It's very vaguely worded according to like CNN articles and The Verge articles and stuff like that I read. It's very vaguely worded. So it's not just TikTok too. It's not just TikTok that's concerned about this. It's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Microsoft, it's Telegram. Everybody's concerned about this new national security law. But of course, all those other companies that I just mentioned, except for maybe Telegram, are based in the US. So yeah, it's a complicated thing. So Facebook and Twitter have confirmed that they suspended processing demands for user data from Hong Kong authorities following the introduction of this new law. This new law that's causing such controversy. So Facebook and Twitter are like, no, we're not doing that. Facebook is saying no. They told TechCrunch they will pause the processing of data demands until they can understand the new law. So the new law is very vaguely worded. It's kind of confusing. People don't really understand what this is, right? So a lot of people are saying no to this. So, but TikTok can't just say no. Well, I guess they can. Yeah, they are saying no. No, TikTok is saying no. I'm sorry, TikTok is saying no. This is very confusing. Like, I had to research this for like more than an hour just to kind of wrap my head around what's going on here. So I got a specific quote here. If I can find it. Okay, this one. So TikTok is led by an American. This is by a TikTok spokesperson. They didn't say the name of the person, but TikTok is led by an American CEO with hundreds of employees and key leaders across safety, security, product, and public policy here in the U.S. And this is what they said in response to Pompeo's comments. We have no higher priority than promoting a safe and secure app experience for our users. Okay, here's the big thing. We have never provided user data to the Chinese government, nor would we do so if asked. So they're saying, we're not doing that, bro. We're not getting involved with all this thing. So you can ask us all you want, but we're not giving it to you. So that's kind of like, whatever, China. You do your thing, we're doing our thing. Like, So that's cool. I mean, that's probably a good thing for, you know, U.S. Politicians to hear when they're trying to decide what they want to do about this stuff. But then it's like, okay, well, do the U.S. based politicians believe in this or not? So yeah, I mean, that's the biggest part. You know, TikTok, I said previously that it operates separately from ByteDance. It says its data centers, like I said before, are completely outside of China. So their data is being stored in the U.S. and mainly, and then the Singapore as a backup. I believe that's everything I wanted to bring up. You guys definitely got the shortened version. This took about 40 minutes to 38 minutes to get out on my live stream. So you guys got to save some time. Of course, we did a little Q&A at the end, but I think that's pretty much everything, y'all. So everything stemmed from this law. What I actually think will happen, TikTok pulls out of China. And I think a lot of these problems are over because they have Douyin. And then I guess if that's not going to be good enough, TikTok could potentially separate completely from ByteDance. Because one thing we discovered on the live stream was that we were kind of looking at percentages of users of TikTok and where they live. Number one was actually India with 120 million. This is of late March 2020. India was at like 120 million, and the US was at like 40 million. Number one and number two. And then it's like Turkey and Russia and stuff like that. Like, I mean, TikTok needs, and obviously the US is a huge market, not only because of users, but because of advertising dollars. And all the companies that want to get in front of those 40 million users. And again, or maybe y'all don't know this, but the reason Google has so much money, the reason that Facebook has so much money is because of ads. TikTok is rolling out their TikTok ads. They've been out for a couple months, if not more, but like that's a huge portion of their revenue. Yeah, they make some money from the live streams and stuff like that, but the real path to like ridiculous amounts of money for TikTok is advertising, these paid ads, like Google AdWords, formerly called Google AdWords, now called Google Ads, and you know, of course, a lot of y'all know about Facebook ads. So you know, TikTok absolutely needs the U.S. market, and I think if it came to it, if they completely separated from ByteDance, maybe they paid the Chinese owner a lot of money. I guess who would do it, right? Like somebody would have to be in charge. Somebody would have to buy. Maybe like a YouTube or I guess that would be Google, or like a Facebook could buy them for like however much money, and then it would be 100% U.S. company. That would alleviate a lot of this. So I mean, if that's what has to happen, then maybe it happens. You know, I don't know, but I think for now, you should be looking at, just in case, just to be safe, connecting with your audience outside of TikTok. But do I think this is going to happen? Do I think TikTok will be banned in the U.S.? No. But it totally could, and I could totally be wrong. So just keep that in mind. That's my official stance on the matter. Thank you for listening to my second podcast episode. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great day.